anything else. Blown completely. I still didn't know why you'd invited me along in the first place. It was only the third day of camp, and we'd barely spoken 4 words. I'd barely said that much to anyone. The invitation felt random. But also, don't laugh. It felt a lot like fate. Like a chance to change my fate. But I couldn't do it. I'm a rule follower at heart, and a rebel like you. I was going to chicken out. Just when time had slowed so much it was basically standing still, it skipped forward. Too fast, and before I knew it, you were climbing down from the top bunk, swift and silent like a cat. Without moving a hand, you pulled me with you. I forgot my excuses, and the fear dropped away as you walked out the door, and I followed close behind, barely believing the person who, in that moment, at your invitation, I'd become. It was freaking exhilarating. You led the way past the cabins, down the hill toward the lake. A twig beneath my feet cracked like thunder, but it didn't wake the counselors or the dead. Okay, I winced when I just wrote that. The word dead. It made my stomach twist so hard, I thought I might vom. But then I heard your laugh in my head. You always laughed in terrible moments like this. And now I want to puke and cry and laugh too, all at once. Picturing that makes the you in my head crack up harder. Which is all I want. To be laughing at something completely inappropriate with you again. So now I'm sitting here, grinning through tears like a snotty mess. And I miss you so fucking much. Can I just say that? How weird is it to think that before this summer I never used to curse? You, my friend, were a terrible influence. Now the you in my head is rolling her eyes and nudging me. Ahem. You were telling a story? Right. I'll continue. I followed you to the lake, out onto the dock, and we sat cross-legged on the cool wooden planks while the waves lapped softly below us. You leaned back on your hands, tilted your face up to the stars, and the look of total peace that came across it made me wonder what troubles had come before. You smiled at the universe like you owned it. Then you turned that smile toward me. Isn't this the best thing you've ever done? You asked, already sure of the answer. I was so nervous, I admitted. I've never straight up broken the rules before. I don't think I'm cut out for a life of crime. You shook your head. You were born for this. You're a ninja, a fox, a motherfucking stealth pro. I couldn't tell if you were teasing or serious or both, but a giddiness spread through my chest. A giggle escaped, and you were laughing too, silently, your shoulders shaking and your lips pressed tight to hold it in. The dock rocked beneath our butts, and the smell of lake water filled my head. And I asked, do fishes sleep? And you released an epic snort and laughed so hard you almost fell over. You're so random, you said when you'd caught your breath. It felt like the best compliment ever. Your face got serious, and you reached into your pocket, pulled something out, and announced, I brought contraband. I'd been preparing for this moment since the day in 4th grade when Officer Dunkel warned us about the dangers of peer pressure. But no one had ever offered me cigarettes or drugs before. I told you I lived a sheltered existence. I was polite but firm. No, thank you. I don't smoke. What? You blinked.